Hello.
Welcome back to the show. Back in black, back on the attack. It's time for Overpass, the last map of today's action.
Who are you attacking? I'm the only one next to you. And
Yeah, you then.
I guess so.
Overpass. Now, the question is, are we going to see a first half where loads of CT rounds are won, and a second half where loads of CT rounds are won, and just a long match, which depends on pistol rounds?
I don't know.
Because that's what the story has been for a lot of this evening in the various matches that we have witnessed. Perhaps it will be today as well. I mean, today in this last map as well.
It's always possible, isn't it? I mean, you can't really put it past. It's a trend. It's a trend.
Yeah, that's why I asked. But thank you for pointing out the obvious.
All right. Well, we got a Molotov once again. Lula with the.
Thank you,
Molotov.
Players, for using your actual nicknames.
We like that.
It's always good for commentators and viewers.
Yeah. You need to build your brand.
Consistency is the key. Immortals, they are playing quite passively at the back of the bomb sites. They're looking for edge shots and rotations. And he's spotted.
You reminded me I still need to tell that story later on. I will definitely end up forgetting it. It will never be.
What is the story that you need to tell?
It's just something that it reminded me with the managers thing on Zeus'
Managers thing. All right, maybe next round.
Yeah.
Because just get on with it. Let's
Yeah,
get
we'll
it out. So Pain, they're waiting again. They waited too long, perhaps, in the... Well, they waited too long. Let's agree on that. In their last round of the last game. And it cost them. And they are still biding their time. This is the longest pistol run I've ever watched.
Yeah. It's like that last round where they're like, we have 12 seconds left. Oh, God. We are nowhere near the bomb.
All right, so let's see if this wait's going to pay off for them. Moving into the site in the numbers, Lucas in the water, and he can have a crossfire because they've all run the same way to try and take the CT area. Trades 3 versus 3, and the bomb is going down, I think. There we go.
It's hard to predict who's gonna kill too. Who? Because I feel for our observer a little bit. These pistol rounds, risk, but the face shots, and we're getting more of those coming in. Just Lula left now as he tries to battle here. Pretty awkward, but he might be able to make it happen. Oh, 40 measly points of health. Can he stay alive? Whilst that bomb ticks away, there's no kits for Henny. He's got to get on the defuse immediately, and he has time just about, so that will be fine. But they did get the bomb down, so there is an option for them to actually do something in the following round. They really
Manager story.
Let's see if they, whether they full save or not.
How long is this story?
Well, I just want to make sure we don't miss anything. Full save. I imagine it's full save. So like the managers thing, right? There was a French player called Stregs, who some may know, and he was making a comeback, and he's a
Quake player.
Yeah, Quake player, and he's like a top 4 player in the world when he was playing a lot. And I was practicing against him, and I had not been active for quite a long time, for quite some years, but I've been back into it for like a couple months, practicing really hard just because Quake event was coming up, and I wanted to see how I could do. And he ended up playing me, not realizing this. He just thought I was a caster, so when I ended up beating him on his best map, he's like, how can you beat me? You are a caster. How do you win? This is my best map. And I was like, it's so fun to rage the hell out. And so it just reminded me that you don't expect it. It's a manager, but this guy can shoot some people.
Very good, that. It was worth the wait.
You are a caster. I was practicing that earlier. Let's practicing.
Really? It wasn't bad, actually.
I wasn't practicing,
it wasn't
but
bad. You think you weren't, but no one's going to believe you now.
Yeah.
2-0, the AKs come out for Pain, and some utility smokes, flashbangs, the odd decoy here and there. Immortals retaining 2 UMPs. They're going to keep their economy as intact as possible. If there is a storm to weather, then they may be able to weather it with this kind of approach. Felps is up on his own, spotted, and he will back away immediately. Nice stuff. That's going to slow down the approach of Pain, which at times has been very slow anyway. Maybe it'll be even slower. So we've got Lula looking around the smoke, making sure there's no creepers going through the smoke as it's soon to disappear. He will reposition. And perhaps there will be a move towards lower A for the Pain side. They've got no one up in the upper anymore. Zeus playing close with that UMP. Now they will know that somebody is there. Creeping around the smoke, Zeus will get shot in the head. And maybe Pain will eventually start moving towards short B now. The entire team is here. Immortals in trouble. The rotation will be long if Pain move quickly, because we've got Henny deep towards long, and indeed they're charging through Monster now.
He got bopped. bopped Lucas in the face. Now boltz is getting bopped. Everybody's receiving the damage. So felps and Henny coming back in now. Decent quick fragging, to be honest, but everybody is fairly low apart from dukeN. He is a bit tagged, so this is quite doable. It is hard to hold on to forward positions on this bomb side as a T. So at the very least, they can actually tap the bomb, which is very important. They can try to force the Ts out of their positions to get the fast frags just like that. They should be fine. That's 1 down, 3 remaining. It's going to be Henny going forward for the action. Another player avails himself, but it cannot be felps to make the kill. Henny has to do everything by himself now. Oh, he knows, I think right now this is going to be impossible. The bomb is far too far gone, and that's going to be that. But they did do some additional damage. Isn't enough, though.
That was a really nice post-plant situation from Pain, actually. And I think it's worth looking at a demo for that. I'm not sure if zqkS went for a flank in all that action. But if you look at the smoke that they put towards barrels, so if a CT wants to come and stop them from holding angles for a potential bomb defusal, then he has to really put himself out there. It was great play by Pain. I haven't seen that kind of execute from any team before. So that is really cool to see. Very interesting stuff, and I'm definitely going to have another look at that in the demo. And that's very promising as well in terms of, we said, are we going to see many T rounds won? That was a very meticulous round coming out from Pain. So there is potential for them to put some more work in here.
And let's not forget, we've all seen, or we have all hopefully seen, Fallen's educational videos on Overpass, where he spreads his ethos, and he is very methodical in how he plays this map, how he structures play around this map. It has a lot of layers to it. And he shared that with people, so hopefully Pain are one of the teams that has already been looking towards that. They're going to be able to clear out this stairwell, and that's going to be very nice for them. Wouldn't really want to have anything to do with Henny right now with that scout. Rather would just avoid him entirely. Don't want to risk that. And they're actually going to be pushing into his position with the bomb is there towards Teles as well. So I'll have to see if Henny goes off with his scout. He doesn't have any Kevlar though. That smoke is going to cut off vision. That is quite annoying.
So Pain, it is a train of Pain players. I'll put it that way. So it doesn't sound so bad. But look at Lucas. He's going to meet these players. So Lucas met the players on low with the bomb. So he has fallen. There is a rotation coming in. 9 seconds. And Lulu could get some really nice frags here, but he's not going to get any frags. boltz coming around. And now it's just boltz. So dukeN's in a precarious situation. But S1 is in a position to trade for him. But he's going to be the first man to peek. And that is not what they wanted. dukeN in a bit of a blind spot here, and he's going to work out for him. So Pain just about holding on. More T rounds being won, and perhaps we're going to see Nico from the CT side now.
I did like the peek though, the idea there that you flash, like that tactic where you flash the angle to get them off the angle, then you hold the angle. Like that kind of play can be nice because sometimes the person that's the CT in that position who has to then go for the peek again, you don't necessarily always expect that player to be on that same spot, so you might be looking at an off angle for the other player. So it's actually quite a nice little tactic, but it doesn't. And it does actually end up being the round for Pain in the end, so they hold on to it. But Mr. Mac 10 trying to work it like an extra from a rap video, and they will be rewarded with a kill. Lucas is down, so looking for the information. That said, he's fallen back. You would expect maybe Lula to want to actually just push maybe all the way in with that Mac 10. Just see what's going on. But they hold. They are holding. They're waiting for a response. And they've already shown us, James, that they sometimes wait for a response up until 12 seconds are left.
Yeah. Being careful will pay off on this occasion. Oh, gotta be careful. And then it'll pay off, as I just said. That makes no sense. Okay, they're gonna rotate over towards the A site. Oh dear. There's not much to say in this round. felps has picked up a Mac 10. So any kills he can get will be juicy. The bonus, the kill bonus will be nice. So he's going to lead the charge. I'd be more interested in the... Ooh, he's got a good opportunity, and S1's going to have to get out of there. 50 HP. There's not much happening right now. But, I mean, this is what we've seen so far has been reasonably scary from Pain. The B bomb site looks pretty good for them. And that's more about their own prowess rather than weaknesses from Immortals. They're just showing me things like the post-plant situation is really nice stuff. But again, it's just almost smells of Brazilian CS, if you will, in terms of attention to detail.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that is very clear, and it must be a map that gets a lot of attention in that scene. And now Immortals are in a spot where I think it'd be quite cool to see them be aggressive here, because I mean there's two ways. You can try to actually say, okay, they've got an advantage on the weapons, so you want to actually have as few fights as possible, but you want to have the most an impactful fight where you force them to. Well, I have to hold that thought, because are they going to go for a set piece here onto that B-bomb site? I have to come back to this point. They're going in pretty hard and heavy at the moment in this bomb site, and so far trades are happening, but they are losing a lot of health on these players. This is potentially quite problematic, and we have an interesting position there from Henny as well. He's coming in all the way from the back, but I believe Lula is waiting for... Oh no, it's actually zqkS.
Oh man,
that sucks for Henny. He wasn't expecting that.
The elevator doors open and he just gets a hole blown in his chest.
And the cool thing is that Pain could very well have planted the bomb or tried to, but they just waited. They had so much time, and they can wait, and that's the result. They get rid of one extra player just because of that very fact. So
it seems they're going to wait on Lula. He is the full health player, and he's going to try and draw some attention over towards the A site, while the rest of them just chill out for the time being. But you have to wonder, again, this is essentially somewhat of a domestic matchup against two Brazilian sides. And they've seen that the A bomb site is clear, so the bomb is going to go for a full rotation. But now, oh, this could get really interesting. Oh, it's a bit of a fake. This is super smart from Pain. Maybe realizing that the player has to be on B because they've, I mean, it's interesting, really interesting, because felps would have heard the player running across up towards A. And everyone knows that, right? So then the Pain players know that he must be on B because he's not on A, so they run away. So he goes through connector to try and cut off the bomb, but this is, oh, it's so smart. It's like an episode of Death Note then, where they're just constantly outsmarting each other. Glorious.
Have you actually watched Death Note?
Watched it, no, I got the books.
Okay, so you've been on the manga.
That's like the second manga I've read, along with Akira.
Oh, cool, the classics. I've not seen either, actually. Both are on the list, and I keep missing the opportunity, but felps, I'm not sure if he's going to have an opportunity here to do too much. Lula's position is very strong, and he will claim the kill. And even in rounds where Pain open it up with a very fast pace, the round will inevitably finish with 10 seconds left. I'm
loving the play from Pain. This Overpass seems to be a really good map from them. It's still early on, but the intelligence they're showing with their plays is awesome.
They're winning T rounds, mates. They are winning T rounds.
T rounds being won full stop, then. This is a cause for celebration. But no, seriously, Pain on Overpass, definitely worth a study.
So we got the Deeks out in force right now. Triple D, triple Deek. And felps will die. Now, we're still triple Deek. I think they're stacked three. Do they have a 3-man stack? They do. The good old 3-man stack. With all the Deagle players.
They're going back up. They're going to the well again.
Yeah, a bit further out. Can I get a better angle? Zews.
That is dirty.
It's so disgusting, isn't it? What a disgusting boost. How disgusting.
Look how meticulous Pain are. I love this. Normally I would hate this. But I love it. But I love it from Pain because a lot of the time we see this kind of slow pace, and
it's for no reason.
Yeah,
right?
there's no limited efficiency in it. Whereas this is cool. I like it, and I'm interested to see this because they've shown some really interesting stuff so far, and I want to see what else they have to offer.
Yeah, it's totally fine to play at a slow pace if there is actual layers to what you're trying to do. And ooh, a shadow was spotted. Zeus, he's salivating. Oh, they checked it. Gotta be kidding. the patience there. They waited. They invested so much emotionally into that.
The problem is they don't have. Oh no! I was going to say they don't have time to rotate, but they apparently do have time. But the bomb is rotating past Henny, and Henny's taking the bomb down. That's going to be the round.
And he's got
There's no time to retrieve the bomb.
Correct.
That's the problem with. They need to hunt for boltz now. They need to find boltz, but boltz is in a different place. And that is, oh no, they've run out of time.
That's hilarious.
But there's a flank. Who is it? It's Lula. He can't find him in time. What a disaster. That's the problem. They all went towards B. They had no map control towards A. You can't. It's such a gamble when you rotate the bomb on its own. Like they knew that there were 2 players there because they killed the 3rd player on the boost. But there's still 2 other players. You don't know where they are.
That is hilarious. Well, it's going to be time for Immortals to get back on the map then. They've got the AWP on Henny. It's quite funny that Henny was just like going for all those frags right then. Just, you almost expect him to wipe out their team, but he only got 1. zqkS looking for that forward peek. I love that. It's pushed back by Molotovs though. Smart stuff. Oh, if they jump. Oh, if they jump. It's dangerous. Very dangerous. But now they know there's an AWP in sewers. And I guess, yeah, Henny's playing solo on long at the moment. So you look at this and you try to think, okay, what is one of the ideal setups, one of the better ways to play out around against what Immortals are doing. Immortals are quite... Okay, well that's one thing you definitely don't want to do, which is just generally ever challenge Henny on long when he has an AWP. I mean,
or anywhere. Yeah,
well, just generally, yeah. So they know that he's there, and in that there is a lot of strength too, because Immortals can actually play dynamically with where Henny is. You can actually, maybe put him on monster in some rounds. If you have that level of dynamic AWPing, it's very fun and very painful for the T's to deal with. Now, they again have used a lot of time. They've got a lot of utility left. The only real option that they have, to be honest, surely should just be B, because they cleared nothing towards A at this point. Going A right now, there's just not enough time to do it, so they're committed towards B. I think if Immortals read the game correctly, they realize this, and they can rotate the 4th man immediately. Ooh, are they going for the rotation? Do they really have time for this? They might just about have time, but they're going to really... Nothing can go wrong in this push.
And Henny's on the side. And down the bomb goes again. Less than 10 seconds on the clock, and there goes zqkS as well. The trades come in, and that bomb is not going to get planted. Pain starting to gamble now. I mean, it's one thing to know where some plays are to try to rotate for better advantage, but you need time to do that rotate, because it's like when a bomb's down in a 1 versus 1 or 1 versus X situation, and the player spends lots of time getting to the bomb, and then doesn't give them enough time to quietly get to a bomb site. They have to rush to the bomb site, and then they ultimately have problems. They are mismanaging their time and leaving themselves in situations where they have to gamble when they don't have any time. And if something goes wrong, I mean, it's 2 rounds in a row now.
Yeah. It's funny too, because as you say, if they do want to do that, and that was always sort of the plan, or there's something that like a decision fork in the tree of how they open the map up, they can win that very well, because just a Molotov on that Optimus position, use of smokes, you can really debilitate the AWPer, like the guy in Henny's position, which shut down the round for them. So yeah, that's one of the rounds where we see from Pain where it's like, this seems a little bit desperate. Like, you had a couple plans early in the round and nothing really connected for you, and you kind of make an unforced error there due to that. And here we go. Ooh, the peek from zqkS. He finds that perfect timing. Quite fortunate, to be honest, and quite unlucky for Henny to move in that exact moment. And that's going to be the advantage for Pain. But now this is where, again, we can see the work that they have done on Overpass. Knowing how to play a 5 versus 4 as a T side on any map is incredibly key.
Well, now it's time to learn to play 4 versus 4. Because S1 has been eliminated. 35 seconds left. If felps scopes again, they're going to have big information. And he's just going to go through for the knife.
What?
Oh, dukeN, please.
What is it? Felps is completely insane. What, he's pushing a smoke with a knife out. Let's do this.
That's mad cheeky.
I guess he felt like he could just never push back or go back to the site safely. I guess that he felt like they had to make that play.
Well, he did what he could for his team. There's still a man disadvantage for Immortals as the retake attempt comes through. boltz is going to be the last man standing, and he is running away as far as possible with his tail between his legs, if he has a tail. Has a tailbone. You can find out if there's a tail attached to it. So Pain are going to be taking the lead once again. Always like a knife kill, me.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
He says with a heavy heart. I have 6,000 plus stat track knife kills on one of my, I don't know, 7 knives.
Well, yeah.
That's you have to respect that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you actually have to?
You know, producer Reese.
you
You know, producer Reese has one of my knives.
So do I.
So do you, yeah.
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 Do you want it back?
I don't know. I mean, do you wanna? I can give you the Bowie if you want. The big ass Bowie.
No.
Fade.
No, I'm good.
Do you not want to use it?
No.
You don't want to use it?
It's too cumbersome.
It's a carambit. What are you even saying?
That's what I'm. No, you said the Bowie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying you don't want to use the camera anymore. Anyway, it's a buy round. Payne still in the lead at the moment. Got lots of utility. Lucas is in a... This is a spot which is not going to be checked very often. There was a time where Na'Vi would smoke this area every round, and Edward would either be behind a smoke here, or he would be closer towards the entrance to toilets. He'd be here or there. He'd be unpredictable, unexpected.
It's a juicy position. I will give you that much. It's juicy. Will we see the juice?
Yeah, there's no way dukeN's checking that out.
However, there's no
However,
juice.
he has the superior weaponry. It's really frustrating with the Deagle sometimes. If you shoot someone in the chest and you hit their Kevlar, then with 2 shots you're going to do about 96 damage. But look at the damage on Henny and Zeus. There is great potential for Pain here.
Did you see that?
We've got plays tagged for both sides. I saw the nade sailing over.
zqkS just shot his S1 in the face with his AWP, and he died. Well then.
Wait,
well
what?
Then. Well then.
I did not see that.
Where do you go from there?
I did not see that.
I just heard, you know, that splatter when someone gets shot in the face.
I completely missed that.
And it does. And I looked at the kill.
I was looking at the
like,
health bars. Lulu's gone down, and dukeN has as well. Trades come in. This could still go either way despite the man disadvantage, although it might be tricky with the AWP. There's limited time to get their bomb down, which means Immortals may go for a big push. But look at their health. KillDreaM, he's carrying the bomb as well. He needs zqkS to plant the bomb here because he doesn't have. Oh, this is less than ideal. That is a big tag though. That is a very big tag indeed. That's going to make KillDream's job a lot easier. The scout though, the scout says no.
I love how long Henny was waiting there for that. I was wondering who was going to give up the patience first. It was not Henny. So zqkS going for the clutch. That is going to be impossible though. So, wow, Immortals win this round very probably due to a weird team kill, which I don't think we didn't catch it on camera, but we saw on the kill tracker at least that zqkS.
He was paid off.
He shot his teammate in the face with an AWP. I guess it happens. It happens. We currently have a pause. I guess we're waiting for producer Patrick to elucidate.
Tactical pause coming out from Pain. Okay, so the money's in a difficult spot, and they're really unfortunate. You know, part of it is unforced errors. They, you know, in one sense, Immortals were right place, right time, but you know, they took risks, and it's fine to take risks. Sometimes they don't pay off. On this occasion, they didn't. So I think in a lot of times, maybe Pain are 8-something up. In this 8-2 up in this situation, or 7-3 or something. But it is 5-5, and Immortals are in a better situation, narrowly. And this is awkward because Pain, what do they do in a situation? They need to keep the pressure up on the Immortals' economy. You can see how it's lacking there. Henny's got 4.5k in the bank. I think he might have to drop a gun to Zeus unless there's one on the floor at the moment. So there's opportunity for Pain to break Immortals if they have some kind of plan for a half buy. We've got pistols coming in. There's lots of questions to be asked here. I've got the rust coat cannon bit.
I don't want to get tetanus.
M9 bayonet fade. Or you can just continue with that one.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Oh, well, okay then.
I was just asking if you wanted it back because I think you forget where your property is very often. You'd be that guy that would buy that, you know, Aston Martin and then you'd forget where it was.
There was a poker player who bought a car and then he just lost it.
Yeah.
He didn't know where it was, and the insurance actually gave him a new car, and they found the car a year later, parked in a place he just forgot where he parked it.
That's amazing.
It's bonkers. So 5-5. Pain have gone for a half buy. Tech 9s and Deagles coming out. So let's see if they can inflict some pain. And this is what I like to see, is grenades as well. And I have faith that they have a plan for these grenades. But zews is very close to the corner upstairs, so maybe he will stop any plan they have in mind. That's a good start though. 2 men down for either side. This is crazy action. I mean, this is a buy versus an eco, and there are 2 plays left, and there's a minute 30 on the clock. This is not your normal round.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit strange. We got Lucas. Oh, I think we just had. I think it was S1 just come off that angle too, just as Lucas was to emerge. So, oh, but he's on the deeper angle. What? How does he hit that shot? How does he not get killed? In fact, is what I meant to say. zqkS able to pick up the AWP, but there's not much of an incentive for them to face zqkS. They can, in fact, cut off his angles if should they want to, or their other option is to play together on site, on the sites, in angles where zqkS cannot shoot them, basically, from anything but close range. That is the ideal, and then you set up a trade frag situation in that spot, so that when he goes for a plant, if it is to be the A site, there's no way he ever wins the round. If he goes for the B plant, which he does have time to do, you have a pretty decent. I actually really would like the B plant, but it's like zqkS is going to be committing to the A bomb site. So it's going to be so impossibly hard to do anything here. This crossfire is going to be savage. They can even wait for that planting sound. But he's got the angle.
He saw the helmets, but it was too late. It was too late, and New York gets collected as well. But that's the kind of pressure they needed. Even though they don't win the round, they did great damage to the economy of Immortals. And look at the money left on Immortals. If they lose this round, then I think Pain have a good opportunity for a 9-6, but they may be able to buy the CTs in the next round, but we'll see. Where's what? Felps what?
Felps, yeah. I imagine he's going to the connector stairwell, the door area with that MP9, because he's got the MP9, right? So you would expect, potentially something a little bit closer range, maybe a little bit aggressive from him. Pretty standard position, and the fact that he's looking at these angles as if he expects to do any damage from this range with MP9, I find that cute.
Yeah, I guess he's just spotting for the time being.
Yeah.
We'll see what his team do with the information he is trying to glean at present, because they've got Immortals have 3 people over towards B. So if he spots people around A, maybe that's a reason to rotate somebody towards A, to put 3 people over there. We shall see. Maybe they have a read as to how Pain like to play, an indication as to what site they may favor, depending on lurking players' positioning. So you'll find out. Some openings and closing of some doors. Alula's trying to get some information, just in case there's any boosts. Doesn't want to get sprayed in the face. Henrique moving back to the site with 50 seconds left to play closer to his team. Always good to play deep on the sites on Overpass when the clock starts to run down. And Lucas has moved. Oh no, Lucas's position! Look at the bomb! Lucas has an off angle. Oh, he's going aggressive. zqkS again. Oh, no. He's alone with the bomb. Lucas looking away. Oh, this is absolutely crazy. Who's going to look right at the right time? Seems Lucas may have heard him, and that is going to be a very key frag. He knows, zqkS knows he can't afford to lose his frag. His teammate came in there and baited him by jumping, but he's going to take the frag. That's a full rotation from the CTs. And again, the clock's running down. boltz by the barrels now, trying to hide. He just wants to stop the bomb from getting planted. There he is. Down goes the bomb. Another disaster for Pain.
Yeah, there's just nothing you can do. Oh, that was a really cool round from that perspective. And it's funny actually, because it must feel very strange to play against teams like Pain, which do like to be more fake than an auto-tune. They love throwing the fakes in. Did you get it? Because T-Pain. And then on T side they're called Pain. Yeah,
okay.
It was pretty horrendous. Anyway, they do love to throw those fakes in there, and they love to play the clocks very slowly. So it must be quite stressful to play against them, because finding information, going for information plays becomes quite dangerous, because their timing is very different to a lot of other teams. So information plays as the CTs becomes quite risky from that sense. Although as you mentioned, it is somewhat of a domestic matchup, so perhaps Immortals have a fairly good read. on how Pain play because of just experience.
Yeah.
So that's also something to bear in mind as the push with the pistols comes in through the toilets with the pistols. felps is ready to greet them.
Minute 12. The scope, you see the people. Oh no, Henny! Blind angle, and that is causing absolute carnage on the A bomb site. Everyone out of position, man advantage. This is brutal. What's the money looking like for Immortals at the moment? Quick glance, and this is interesting. What are they going to do?
You got to imagine that spot. felps is like, Henny, what are you doing, bro? You have an AWP, not a mag 7 or something.
He came in at too close to the corner, so blind spots. You know, especially with an AWP, if you're creeping like that, your barrel is going to give you away for days. Anyway, the retake's coming in. Zeus, boltz, and Lucas. The clock is ticking. They've got the fuse kits, though. There's a smoke down, which makes the hardest defender bomb. Nice angle by Zeus, but someone needs to get on the bomb in this situation. The spray coming in as well. boltz trying to save it, but they're charging Zeus. Zeus is still alive. Oh, he's going to get knifed. That's so cheeky. Lula wins the round before the bomb even goes down with a knife, no less. That is redonkulous.
What a weird what a weird overpass match so far. I mean, we've just had just a lot of back and forth. And Pain, they make for just some weird rounds because they spend so much time in the rounds that you can get these weird spots where players get into strange positions because they manage to like find a flank timing or whatever, and then all of a sudden Pain, they love to rotate back and fake, so they rotate into the flanker, all this kind of business, people all over the place. But this time, Immortals, they're going to play much more forward, much more aggressively. It would be nice to see more of that, especially with an AWP like Henny. When they have the AWP, play him like Fallen, play him, you know, going for those peaks on toilet side, play him, maybe mix it up, play him on Monster, change the setups, do a double rifle setup, you know, on long, or, you know, whatever it is. You know, mix it up a little bit, I think, to get Henny some more action with that AWP, because I feel like maybe players like that, it's also a lack of patience, because he's not getting a lot of action, let's not forget. And that's probably frustrating to be in that position. We're just not getting any action, man. These positions, again, we have the flank coming in, I think. Is it from Luke? No, it's from Zeus with the mag 7. So if this push doesn't come in fast enough, there could be problems for Pain. It's so weird as well because we got dukeN, he's just sitting in the birthday area as well. Crazy madness. And the T's get all the frags, so it doesn't even matter.
Oh. dukeN looking for a trade, but there is no trade. Zeus is over and out as we move into the last round. Man, Pain could have had so many more rounds, but just, well, I mean, partly good play by Immortals putting that play into that position on that previous round. But it's so funny that so many small things when that player was under those stairs. The bomb carrier's teammate jumped and kind of baited him, and then he got killed because the CT was waiting for him when he had initially heard the CT. So many small things put us in a 7-7 situation, but again, it's a good, despite those mistakes, it's a good and promising T-half from Pain so far. Last round though. 3 5.7s on Immortals, limited grenades, Scout MP9. It's terrible buy. Pain looking to have another meticulous round. S1 will need to be careful in connector. He doesn't want to push on his own with an AK in a situation. So he is harassing there and then smartly making an exit.
It will be interesting now from Immortals because having this setup does mean that they must be a little bit more unorthodox in how they try to play the round. Oh, we get tags. We get scout tags for days. That's 3 men tagged down by the scout.
Oh, God.
That's not... we've been through this, James. This is not where you want to be placing yourself facing Henny long range when he's got a scout, because you're just asking for trouble. Here comes the cleanup crew. They're all so softened up by the scout. Zeus could take them all down with his 5.7.
Yeah, he's got felps in connector as well, and he's soon going to be... Oh, look, all the information is revealed to Zeus. He is creeping well and truly like Daniel Kapadia in the club. How many can he catch unawares? There's 1, there's 2. Can he get the 3rd one? That is 3 for 3, baby. Finally taken down by S1, but that is colossal damage.
It's so glorious, isn't it? And they just make that cardinal error. Okay, you do want to go too long, but the one way that you lose that round is if you go long and there's a scout and you just, it's completely unchecked. you've got to throw the smoke down there. You've got to try to get a way to allow him not to take, or rather, to prevent him from being able to take shots. There is a grenade for that, James.
Oh man, the puns are real. The way Pain have lost.
I told you you can't avoid it.
The way
Pain,
James.
It's just you, because you're Dan.
The way Pain have lost some of these rounds is very hard to watch.
Yeah.
Very hard to watch. It's brutal. I feel for them. I feel for them. See?
What do you feel? Do you feel discombobulated?
Perhaps.
I like that word. Discombobulate. It always sounds as if it's not a word, but it is. I assure you, ladies and gentlemen at home, it is indeed a word.
I'm a fan of discombobulates.
But I also like your words, bombsaws, implanterize.
Kabobulous.
Kabobulous.
The fake forehead.
That's the one we made up, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I shouldn't have told them that.
Wait, Immortals are charging in, and this is a G2S round, just charging up there with the pistols, looking for the headshots. It's almost the entire team, and it's working out. Pain are causing problems for the Immortals side, and they're shutting down this pistol round. I am liking this team, Dan. Yeah. I have not seen Pain before, and I like what I see.
That's like, yeah, trying to take that fight as well, that trade through that choke point to the guys on the stairs. If you actually like look at the angle that they get, where the Ts feel compelled to stand to take the fight against you when you as a CTs are on the stairs, just look at like how incredibly favorable that is for the CTs. If you like were to like rewatch this VOD for whatever reason, or if you watch this on the VOD, you could check that again. Just look at how easy the USP shots were for Pain. They played that wonderfully, and we got the force buy now, which is always a problem, always going to be an issue. Let's see if Pain have got the technology to deal with this. Got the tech. That's a term people use in fighting games. Doesn't really make sense, but I like it, so I'm taking it. Working on some new technology.
Yeah, do it.
I'm stealing that. I'm gonna take that one.
I love a scout.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird. This sound is weirdly satisfying, but I don't mind the new sound of the scout. Has to be said. Oh, the no scope. Oh, the scout is always good for that. In older games as well, just accurate with the no scope for the most part.
The scout is just one of the most satisfying guns to use, because all that mobility you get, you feel so free. You just feel like you're an eagle soaring in the sky, and then you jump, James, and you shoot that guy in the head whilst you're in the midair, and it feels like you're the eagle with the goat, flinging the goat off the cliff.
I don't care so much about that, but just the speed of the scout. I don't remember if it was 1.6 or Source, where you could basically just not zoom and just shoot people in the middle of your screen. No blue tack required if you're a good player. I was, of course.
Yeah, the scout was amazing for that in 1.6.
Yeah.
Yeah, quick scoping as well, 1.6 was glorious.
You just didn't need to scope with a scout.
Yeah, I used to play a lot of scout maps. I used to play a lot of everything
Scout's
in 1.6.
nice.
I played so much 1.6.
Glocks coming towards the Pain area. The Pain team, rather. It's not an area, it's a team. Although they need to back up. That Molotov will be handy. The nade as well, the HE will not do any damage at all. Pain is, sorry, S1 is stuck here. But the spray down is real, and he will survive for the time being. Clean round, nobody down. On to the next one, as Jay-Z would say.
Nice little ace for Mr. S1 to bring in, I think, oh no, he was already the leader, the frag leader. Frag leader. It always makes you, whenever you have like leader as a suffix in this way, it does make me think of X-Wings for some reason.
You lost me, mate.
So we're going to have what appears to be a contestation for the sewers area. It looks pretty good here for the Pain side because they have so many players. They've got 3 players in this area. zqkS though, I love how Immortals are not confident to push sewers without knowing that zqkS is out of the door area, and there's no way for them to actually do that. So I mean, felps is working on it, but it just took too much time. So I like that they cancelled their plan, they aborted it. Now they're working on a new plan as they rotate back towards the A side of the map. Good adaptation on the fly. That's something that does sink some teams. They get too committed to an initial plan, and no matter what changes to make the plan bad, they will still commit to it. You must be flexible. You must be like water, my friend.
Gonna have a look-see over towards long. But off angles are being held by zqkS, so perhaps they won't see what they're looking for. And when they do, perhaps it'll be too late. Smoke towards long is the plan. The bomb, I mean, Immortals are still quite spread out. As you can see, boltz is over towards, he's looking at Monster Tunnel at the moment. So perhaps he's going for a fake, but maybe he is. Oh, peek at the right time. Is he going to pull rotation? No. We've got S1 in a position to rotate, but he's still over towards A or the balcony towards B. Not sure which one it is. Probably the former. There are smokes towards long as well, and they're creeping behind the smokes. They are ready and waiting. They're willing to engage. And look at this, 10 seconds, they're breaching the site in a 5 versus 5. One man down for both teams. The bomb is still in possession at the moment. And maybe Pain will be forced to back off. It's going to work out 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. The bomb goes down with 1 second on the clock. That
They managed to make it happen. And now the retake is in effect. There's actually a lot of time. They're so close already. The CTs of Pain. See if they can get another pick. Ooh, zews, he's going to shut down one of the players on the stairs. No stairs for you. What? We get a nice tag there through the metal container. zews, I think maybe he spotted the barrel, and he will execute. Just one left. But boltz, he's weak. So hard to deal with. No idea has Lula where boltz is until it's too late. That's all Lula can do to save the AWP.
boltz was hanging out in the birthday party area for almost that entire fight. Holding a very passive anti-rotation position,
Waiting for
and
his
he was the get out of jail free card. So 9-10, Immortals. Can they take the 2-0? Can Pain make it 1-1? Both teams on a bye in this round. No AWP for Immortals. They're lacking in different ways. Ironically, Pain lose the round but have the superior bye. It's interesting.
Yeah, but we have the suicide again from Pain. Oh, just as the push from Monster comes in, will they be in good stead to defend this? It's a bit awkward, the positioning. Yeah, I mean, the angles KillDreaM has to work with is not the best in the world, but he makes very good of it, and everyone's shut down. That is the GG in that round.
So that smoke was a fake, but it hasn't worked out, as one can see. Immortals took a glance over towards short beat, look away, got shot in the head. And they will hear zews being hit by that Molotov. That is a massive round for Pain. Immortals didn't have a great buy to begin with, and look at this. They are in tatters. Like Brad Pitt's love life, it's all falling apart.
Or maybe it is now free. And now...
No, it's falling apart. Have you seen his wife?
It's
fallen apart,
to be fair, to me that is the dream. The dream has been broken right there.
The dream is dead.
Unfortunately.
2 rounds between his 2 sides. Greatly timed Molotov will... oh, is he going to follow up with another nade? I think he is. There's going to be a meaty one. Oh, Henny, where's your HP, bro? Lucas gets taken down as well. And again, paying attention to detail. However, Henny has other ideas. The reckoning is real. Headshots galore. 2 Tech 9s on the side. Man, dukeN's getting peppered. He can't peek again. He needs a teammate to come in for support. And although if he did go down, if he was the sacrificial lamb, if his blood was spilled, his teammates would know where his opponent is. His assailant, his enemy.
Dead. Felps.
Pain sculpting their victory, 1 round at a time.
Pain's what?
Sculpting their victory, Dan.
I thought you said felping or something. Like
sculpting, SC.
Sculpting. Okay,
sculpting.
I sculpted once. It was an interesting experience. Have you tried sculpting?
Pottery? Or no, like sculpting, like clumps of clay?
It was, I think hardened. Was it hardened clay? I'm not sure. I need to get back to you on this.
Oh,
moving
forward. God, I forgot about your clay stories.
Clay stories? Oh, well, not quite that. That's not. Was actually sculpting. But anyway, we do have the challenge coming in. It's not much of a challenge. Let's be honest. It is 5 Glocks.
Get out of there.
And they're blind. I feel bad for them. I feel bad. Oh. That's nice.
Go and get your...
It's like, yeah, you don't have as much time as you used to.
I'll check my Facebook. Oh, no! All right, 4 rounds between these 2 sides. Pain looking all good in the hood, but Immortals now have a good buy. Maybe not a great buy, but it's a good buy. They've got 5 AKs, I do believe. Indeed, they do. So let's see what they have to offer the Pain side. They're looking good on Overpass. I like this team. I want to see more of this team.
You get a bit of smokes there just to suggest the forward positions for the CTs, so that the Immortals are going to have to expend all of their resources clearing out these spots, and maybe there's an opportunity here for Pain. Do they want to commit? Looks like they're actually backing away. If you go back in the VODs of today and look at Godsent, how they played the toilets area, it was magnificent. They were very aggressive.
Magnificent.
Very aggressive.
You should say it like Magneto. Magnificent. So we've got a strong short B presence from Pain. It's paying off. Double pick coming in. Lula and zqkS will contribute together. Teamwork makes the dream work, as producer Mike would say. That is cringe for days. felps gets taken down. 5 versus 3. Immortals, their chance is running out. The candle is in the wind, and the wind is getting stronger.
Look at the weights. Pain are like, we don't have to peek. Please don't peek. After I said this. Because they definitely do not have to peek, but there is some info. I would not classify that as a peek, per se. It's just a jaunty little effort for information.
Okay, Corrigan.
So, so we'll see finally the push coming in. Oh no, a bit awkward there, but it will work out wonderfully there for Mr. boltz and his teammates, but not for too long here. The trays come in 2 versus 2 actually, so now there is a chance. There is a chance here for Immortals. Yeah,
that smoke is the last smoke they will have in this round unless they find one on the floor. They're going to need frags, and again, it's passive positions for Immortals. They need to go and hunt these frags. They need to find these players over towards the toilets and take them down, because the longer they let this tick, the harder it's going to be. They're looking for them, but almost always is it toilets positions in this situation. Once they've made their way away from the site, Henny, though, is far too close to allow this bomb to be defused, and KillDreaM is running for the hills.
Yeah, it's actually just so impossibly hard, the 1-on-2 there, because also you can't really fake, because the way the bomb is planted, you have to kind of crouch and look down into the angles, and it's just, basically they'll be on your side. So it's not like a lot of angles where you can defuse the bomb, where you can still be looking at the angle that you want, the exact angle you want to shoot. You can't do that with that defuse. So it's just another small thing that makes it very, very hard to actually play from that position. And it's very strong for the Ts, especially if there's no smokes left, because you played, let's say, a slow round as the previous one was. So here we have Henny now moving forwards. He's got a little bit of a crew going on. Oh, this is awesome, actually. They're actually just going really fast. This is very cool.
Indeed, a big change of pace. Pain, they are on a buy round. They're limited, and they have stacked, more or less, the B-bomb site.
Oh, God.
A hole has been found, and dukeN's going to have a hole in his head very soon. There it is. The hole is in the top right corner. S1 goes down, and Immortals, maybe they're going to stage another late comeback like they did on the previous map, because Pain's money is going to be in a bad spot if they can't win this round. And, I mean, they're not in position to win this round. Look at that.
This is really cool.
Look at this.
Because this is one of those spots, like, again, in the Godsent and Heroic game that we had earlier today, Godsent were able to identify that Heroic were always playing freeze with, was it Snappy or somebody other from, some other player from Heroic, always on A-long. They very, very rarely play toilets-based defensive setups. And it does seem to be the case that Immortals have detected that it's very likely that Pain do not really necessarily play A-long setups. And even if they do, zqkS does not tend to be his AWP there in a lot of these spots. So they went for the gamble, which I imagine that they thought was quite a high percentage play, that would not be covered correctly or effectively against that kind of a push. So that was just amazing, because you could see how surprised it was, or how surprising it was for Pain. That was like a build order win if you are coming from the RTS world.
Right then. The S1 had $5,900 in that round, so he buys the M4 full utility. He's got a full buy. dukeN on the UMP. 2 rounds between these two sides, so Pain can still go for a double eco and then come back with a higher loss bonus and try and do something. We've got smoke tricks coming in, and zews gets taken down, although that's very expensive for S1 to get out of there. But he's alive, and that will do for the time being.
That'll do. So it's going to be now a little bit tricky to start working out these positions of Pain, because you can see now, funnily enough, they've actually put 3 players on long, which is quite amusing, because maybe that is a direct reaction of thinking, will Immortals do exactly the same round again? Because there is an element or a philosophy where you want to force teams to crush your play that's very strong and just keep doing that play until they actually do it. You don't want to try to play the game where, we think that they might be set up like this, which is very strong against it. Instead, you just say, we're just going to keep doing it until they actually stop it. And, well, there's some information for Henny. He's very dead now, of course.
That's a very smart way to use the UMP player as well.
In the very committed position.
Yeah, and close up. So that's good stuff. Limits the damage fall off from the weapon. It is higher at longer distances than it is on rifles for obvious reasons. And now, not a single kill for Immortals. Their loss bonus is going to be reset. It's going to be flushed down the toilet. If they lose this round, if they buy in this round, and look at their money.
It's awful, isn't it?
Look at the money. I mean, I don't know if they have a timeout left. I can't remember, but I would take one just to figure out, okay, well, it seems they're very clear on what they want to do, and that is to play for overtime. Pain in a good spot to make it 1-1.
So Immortals are in this weird spot, and money's not really a consideration. So I don't know how you really think about this round. It's more, I mean, they just have to win rounds right at this point. Pain's money is going to be pretty untouchable, I think. Although I guess damage is always nice. So it's one of those weird rounds where it's like, what is the main goal here? What is realistic? Because they have no grenades. For example, if they had just one smoke and a flash, you can actually construct some rounds where you can get onto a bomb site. But there is, without actually just straight up fragging, there is no way, without any grenades, that Immortals are able to get onto a bomb site. So Pain, they are in such a good position right now. We'll get a frag coming in, though, from... Oh, whoa! Are you serious?
Hello and goodbye. I like that. That is nice.
James is filled with glee at this disgusting display.
Yeah, I'm going to have to shoot in that position from now on.
That's awesome to see. I love that. I love it.
That's a really nice wallbang if you know that the players are advancing through toilets. If you hear that, that's a really you could hit 2 people with that. Anyway, Dream is going to allow Lula to bait for him and then come in with 2 nice kills, leaving Henny alone, and the bomb plot looks unlikely. Lula down to the pistol, but Henny's got no armor, no Kevlar, no hope. Game point for Pain.
I have to say, I do really like a lot of the new sounds. Like the USP one does feel
satisfying.
Pretty nice.
It's GoldenEye.
I was just about to say that, yeah.
64.
It feels very, very GoldenEye, actually, which is really nice because the reason that I have the skin that I have is because it reminds me the most of GoldenEye.
Which one's that?
I can't remember what it's called.
Never mind.
It's one of the really early ones, but...
We'll look at it later.
Yeah.
So it's game points for Pain. Nice Molotov coming down the pull-up grenade, but they're not pushing through the tunnel because it is on fire. 5 AKs. We've got zqkS on the AWP. Felps, Henny go down over towards B-bomb site. Bomb potentially spotted as well. Lucas in connector, as is zqkS, as per usual. And indeed, Lucas will get taken down by zqkS. 2 players remaining, and this is a clean round for Pain.
There's a GG.
GG's indeed. 16-11. So it's 1 game per team.
That is cool, their level of comfort there. And they remind me a little bit, just ever so slightly, of when we first saw Fallen's squad come out to play when they were Kaboom, if you recall, back in like the MLG Aspen days, way back when, so long ago. But they initially, Fallen's squad, they initially were a very strategical team, which put all the focus on that aspect of the game. You didn't look at them and think, these guys are amazing individually, which is funny because of the turnaround now, where it's like, individually, this is one of the most stacked lineups in the business. And it's so interesting to see their evolution, because as individually they improved and changed their lineup a little bit here and there, they started to say, okay, we're so good individually, we need to enable that a bit more, play a little bit less strategically, a little less tactical, because that is a bit more restrictive on our players and allowing them to just do crazy stuff. And then you could see them try to find that balance as time went on, until eventually they become essentially the best team in the world, and they have everything. They have everything at their disposal. And seeing that the level of detail there from Pain, maybe from much of the school of thought that we saw, Fallen lead, the Brazilian scene through, maybe they can be one of those teams, because there was they were trying to do a lot of complicated stuff there, which I really like. I think it's cool.
I was very taken with that, despite the mistakes. You know, the bomb moving in isolation. Like I can forgive that. I mean, the idea was awesome.
Yeah.
They were always trying to think about what's going on the entire map and make the best decisions and attack the weakest point, essentially, which is what they're trying to do there. And that's awesome to see. That's really, really awesome to see. And it shows attention to detail. And that's going to be the end of our show today. We will be back with more Counter-Strike tomorrow, day after, the day after, and so on and so forth. So thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed that final game. We will see you back here tomorrow.